Hi, good afternoon. We are Leavitt Real Estate with REMAX Capital Properties. My name is Amy Leavitt.
I'm Brenton and Leavitt.
We are here to talk to you today about home inspections. I know that when I bought my first house, the whole process was just crazy. I don't remember if I actually got inspections or not. And there are some folks that will purchase a house sight unseen and waive inspections. I hear folks tell me that, and I feel for them. I'm concerned that they're going to have an issue that's going to come up with a place that they had no idea was there. So,
Well,
what's your theory on inspections?
yeah, we always want to have inspections, both as the seller and as the buyer. And it just helps cover us on both sides.
Yeah. I mean, it's really great to, as the selling side, to take a look and it's like, okay, so you live in your house, you think your house is great. You have an inspector come in and, oh, I didn't know that was a problem. I didn't know that was there. It just kind of helps you get an idea of what a buyer may come back and ask you for in repairs.
Even if you're not buying or selling, it's always good to know.
Definitely.
Give you a kind of a roadmap of maintenance items you want to take care of every year.
Exactly. Your gutters, who thinks to clean out your gutters? Or if they're properly attached, or the melting thing on the roof to help your the snow melt off your roof, although we don't necessarily have that problem this year. Darn it anyway. So, asking the folks that are watching, have you had your home inspected recently? Did you do it when you bought your house? Did you have your old one you sold inspected? Just drop in the chat what your comments are on that.
Yeah, we would always suggest that the buyer and the seller both have inspections done.
Yeah.
Gives everybody a good idea of what to expect and what not to expect.
Yeah. So, in your professional opinion, what is the reason you would want to specifically inspect your home for? What items?
Well, I always want to know about the electric, plumbing, the heating system, and the roof. Those are your guidelines. And here in Laramie County, we've got to have a insurable roof to convey the real estate. So most lenders are going to require that.
Well, and there's also your HVAC system. Not all houses have central air, but you want to make sure that's checked out as well. And possibly while they're doing it, see what your duct work looks like. Duct work, if I can say that correctly.
Well, we've got hot water heat, and we've got electric heat, and we've got
Forced air.
furnaces. So each one has its own.
And the ones that have the humidifier on it, is your humidifier working correctly, or is it causing more problems in your system? Just things that inspections can help kind of get an idea of what's going on with your home. But
then, the electric part of it, do you have GFCIs in a bathroom or in a kitchen or in a laundry room? Was it part of the code at the time that the house was built?
oh, that's an important thing, yeah.
So, there's all these kinds of things we want to look at. And we can use the trades, or we can use somebody that does whole home inspections. And I've always been somebody that liked the whole home inspection. For the simple fact is I like it as a guideline, as a roadmap of maintenance and things that you got to look at through the years. And then, they don't give you a quote to what it might be to fix it, but everything's written down.
Yeah, and those whole home inspections can be really thick. A couple of them we've gotten back have been over 70 pages. I mean, they are annotating everything. And that's another point. So you get this 70 pages, but I guess we're getting a little quick on that. When you're buying the house, are you wanting to try to claim all those 70 pages? It's generally not necessarily going to be required. Some things, like your health and safety aspects, those are things you definitely want to make sure are addressed. If there's something that could cause a short and cause an electrical fire, those kinds of things you want to address. But okay, so you have a cracked tile in your backsplash. Is it annoying? Yes. Is it going to cause your house to burn down? Probably not. Is it going to cause a major issue? it's doubtful. But it gives you an idea of things that you can take a look at for maintenance purposes later down the road.
Yeah.
But, so, you've touched on it a little bit, but when you're purchasing your house or you're selling, what are you most concerned with? Again, a insurable roof, making sure that those last hailstorms that came through, that was repaired or identified prior to this next phase of your life, either purchasing or selling. That there are things that really kind of scare people when they look at these reports.
Well, we'll see items that people want to claim. We've had them up to $45,000 worth of items that are being requested. These weren't repairs, these were updates. And so it's like, well, it's all functioning fine.
Mm-hmm. Or taking a look at a home that was built in the 50s and wanting to bring everything up to 2026 code.
Yeah.
Everything's functional. I mean, based on the International Building Code, unless you are upgrading a major system, that doesn't have to be brought up to current code, correct?
Well, yeah, that's correct.
So it might be something that it might be a nice to have, but is it really required? And is it going to lose you the house you love because you're requesting something that's not necessary and is probably going to cause the seller to want to walk?
Yeah.
But
well, there's a lot of good stuff out there to have looked at.
Yeah.
We've got retaining walls in town. You'll see it all over the place. You know, it's cracked. Concrete's made to crack. We just try and control the cracks with steel and so forth. So is the retaining wall going to fall off? Are you going to fall off the side of the hill, or is it going to work?
Yeah. That could be really, really concerning, especially if you have kids that like to play up on those. How sturdy is that wall going to be for the duration of your ownership of that home? So, would you encourage buyers to be there when the inspectors are there?
I would absolutely encourage a buyer to be there when it is. You know, during the inspection, we're going to point out where your water shut-off is to the home, which is huge.
It's a very important thing to know.
Where your electric shut-off is, you know, all that kind of stuff.
And you mentioned the filter sizes.
Where the filter sizes are, how you change it, how to look at it. So, we definitely ask people to be involved there, because I had bought a house and was doing some remodel on it, and my son was downstairs, he was outside, playing in the water, and I thought I knew where the water shut-off was. He turned the water on, and it was in the winter, out in the front, but it was one of those warm days, and it split the pipe.
Oof, I remember that.
And all of a sudden, I hear something, I don't know what it is, and go to find it, and there's water filling the basement and all this kind of stuff, and I thought I knew where the water shut off was.
Yeah, that was a mess. Yeah.
But I know where it is now. And I'll point it out to you when we go look at the house.
I know where it is now. But again, those are really important things. So when it comes to looking for what kind of inspection you want, whether it's the trades, whether it's the whole home inspector, there are some that are improving with their reports. They might not be able to give you the estimate for the repairs themselves, but they partner with a company that will give you a quote. I know a couple of the companies we've worked with in the past have moved to where they're actually offering that as well. So the report comes along with the name of a company and also the estimate that company would have for those repairs. But it also comes down to who you're comfortable with doing the inspections. I know when I have clients that have a house go under contract, I don't decide who goes out and does those inspections. That is completely up to you. We will give you a list of references of people that will do the electrical, the plumbing, the HVAC, all of that, or the whole home inspection, or a combination of the two. Because the trades are going to look at what they specifically know. The plumbers aren't going to be looking at your electrical or your HVAC unless they specialize in the boilers. If you have hot water heat, they're going to be looking at their specific aspects. The whole home inspector, when they do the additional portion, they'll take a look at the structural aspect of things and point out potential issues there.
Leaky windows,
Yeah.
poor paint, crumbling walls or something like this.
Yeah. So again, we're here to be a source of information for you. We're not going to tell you which ones you to use, which ones not to. We'll give you the best thing we know about each of them and let you make that decision. But it's important that it's your process, and we are here to facilitate that aspect for both buyers and sellers.
Yeah.
But,
And we, the one that we see tested for a lot now is radon too.
Yes,
so
radon.
that's on there. And then sewer cams, looking at your sewer lines. New construction, somebody drove over a sewer line and crushes it, or in the
septic
tree line in the city and stuff like that, we get a lot of roots, but all those things can be taken care of. But if we get a 70, 80 page, maybe 150 page, if you do the trades and a whole home inspector, the thing that's really important is to be able to guide somebody through that and show them how to use it as a tool, rather than think, oh my goodness, my house is falling apart, or this one scares me away.
Well, so that's a good myth for a myth buster. Just because it's a long report does not equal a bad house.
Yeah.
It equals a house that may have some maintenance things that you're going to look at in the future. But just because it's a long report doesn't mean you've made a terrible mistake and you need to walk away.
That's correct.
Most of them are broken down into major, minor, or maintenance kind of items. So, and that's where your real estate agent can really help. We can help go through that list and say, okay, these are the things that will probably be major items. This is something that is not necessarily gonna, again, cause your house to catch on fire or be flooded tomorrow, but things that you might want to look at in the future as maintenance stuff, or even with the tree roots, because, okay, just because you clean out the tree roots doesn't mean they're not going to grow back. So that becomes a maintenance kind of a thing, especially in the older neighborhoods with some of the big old cottonwoods. Those things spread like crazy. Those and the Quaking aspens, those things, you have one over here and then you have 5 pop up over here. But just, again, things that you'll want to watch for maintenance purposes.
Yeah. But it's good. We'll get this big report and help you guide through there. Is it something we need to fix today? Is it something that needs to be fixed in the next 10 years? Or we've got some other tools.
Yeah.
We can get a home warranty.
Oh, definitely,
so,
yeah.
Somebody, we're sitting here and we're looking at inspections, and it's like, well, maybe, you can buy a home warranty for fairly inexpensive for what they cover, and take care of yourself like that too.
Which is also a good thing, because most of the time those home warranties will also cover if the house came with a washer and dryer. Should those go out, it can possibly pay to replace those appliances, not just the large systems in the home.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when it comes to negotiations, again, that home warranty can be a big factor. And just going through and looking at what's on those lists of things that are flagged by the inspectors.
Right.
One we always see on plumbing is the bolts are loose around the toilet.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
And that one, I mean, that's pretty simple fix. That's not necessarily going to be hundreds of dollars to make sure your toilets are bolted down. But things like that, caulking around the showers. I mean, a lot of things. Do you really need to have the seller pay for that? If you're not handy at all, or you're not wanting to try to do that, I mean, that could also cause you to lose a home if you're asking for too much. But it's good to sit down with your agent, take a look through that list, and determine what you can and can't live with. We had one where we had the cellars, and there was a crack in the bottom of the sink, and the buyer wanted the sink replaced. It wasn't leaking, it just was like a surface crack. But the sellers were just like, yeah, no, we're not paying to replace the sink. Is that sink a deal breaker for the buyer or the seller? It's a question that you guys have to balance, and that's where your agent comes in handy to be able to talk through some of these questions.
Well, and home warranty for the seller, that helps also, you know.
Yeah.
If we've got these items that come up, you know, we can say, hey, we can do this home warranty for a year or 2-year time span.
Yeah. I think one of the major takeaways, though, is don't panic after you get your report. Okay, you can panic for like 5 seconds. Take a look at it. It's like, oh my gosh, oh. But it's a good thing to go ahead and dig into it and see exactly what's on there. But we definitely would highly encourage, do not just waive all inspections. Even if the seller is saying the home is being sold as is, where is, basically that means that they aren't prepared to do repairs. Go ahead and still have that inspection done. Get an idea of what the house is its current condition, because would you rather know before closing or after you've already been in the house for a few months that, oh, wow, my furnace is 20 years old.
Yeah.
And then you don't have a plan or home warranty to cover that repair.
Yeah, it's always best to get inspections. And you can go as far as you want, or you can do just the ones that really you're worried about.
So
Might be nothing more than, hey, we've got a furnace. Yep.
yeah,
Check.
it's there. Does it work? It turns on. It's August. I don't think we want to test it. But I think major takeaways is make sure that you trust the people you're hiring for the inspections. Be it the trades, the whole home inspector, or the combination of it all. Make sure you're comfortable with the people that are going to be doing these inspections. And don't sweat the cosmetic issues. The only home that is going to be perfect is one that's in your imagination. Even a brand new home, your new constructions, there's going to be something that may not have gone exactly the way that you planned, or okay, you move your sofa in and you now scuff the paint on the wall, or your baseboards, or your doors. It's all a home is meant to be lived in, and life happens in your home, and life happens to your home. Because, I mean, again, dogs, sheesh, your floor could be immaculate 1 minute, and then you have toenail scratches in your hardwoods.
That's tough right there.
Yeah, but they're cute. They're the fuzzy family members. I mean, you love them, so you don't get rid of them.
No, can't get rid of them.
No, you also think long term when you're doing these inspections. So, does anyone have any questions you guys want to pop into the chats?
We're pretty good at questions,
Yeah.
especially about inspections.
I do think, though, a major thing to remember is lean on your agent. You hired us for a reason. You trust us. You trust our opinion. We will not intentionally lead you astray. Our goal is for you to be as happy with your home as you can be. And if there's things that we can help you identify ahead of time, we're happy to do that. So,
yeah.
So,
well, give me a call. 307-630-3400. Look forward to talking to you.
If you have questions, reach out.
Bye.